since we are talking about income tax and income tax return, how important do you think it is for people to file ITR? एक general sense में, what are few of the top ways to save income tax?
Now what happens is out of 10 lakhs you've removed 50k and you've removed 1.5 lakhs now, so 2 lakhs you've saved.
मुझे सिखाओ टैक्स बचाओ, मुझे सिखाओ how to टैक्स बचाओ.
Superhits 93.5 Red FM पर आप सुन रहे हो रेड अड्डा with me प्रिया, और मेरे साथ आज Red FM स्टूडियोज में है एक ऐसे शख्स who is inspiring me by just sitting over here. He has so much knowledge. He's got about 200k subscribers on Instagram. He's got about 160k on YouTube. And the whole purpose of me being here talking to him is because I want to make some money. And I'm hoping that you'll help me. Hi Shashank, how are you feeling?
Hi, thank you for having me here. Definitely I think I'll help you save some money more than making some money, because I think that is what people don't understand in today's world.
Okay.
So we're going to talk more about that today.
Superb. So, Shashank, I would like to start off with the fact that I can't get over. At the age of 26, you started your own company. 26 mein, I was just wondering which outfit to wear to a 9-to-5 job that I had recently got, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was just told to do certain things and I was doing that. And you just opened your own company. How did that happen? Tell me about your journey.
Look, I come from a very typical South Indian family, right, where education is given the topmost priority. So I did my masters, I came back to India, and then in Mumbai I was working as an investment banker in one of the top firms, right? And my dad was very happy because he was like, acha naukri mila, investment banking, and very impressive for a lot of people, right? So that happened, and then my grandmom stays in Bangalore, so I just came here to wish her for her birthday. And I met one of my cousin brothers who had just sold his company recently, right? He was called Varun. So I met him and we sat together, and we were just talking about, at that point this was 2016, so we were talking about blockchain because that was cool at that point. So we were talking about a lot of technologies, IoT and stuff like that, and then he said, you know what, you're smart, quit your job, let's do something together.
And you agreed? I
mean, yeah, I agreed eventually, but but there was a lot of conversation with my dad, because he's like, abhi aaya, you've got a very good naukri, ek 2 saal work experience leke fir chale jao Bangalore.
Typical
so then
parents.
He said, okay, fine, no issues, you're an investment banker, so tell me, what is the business model of your company? I said, I don't know, we're going to go figure out. So he's like, tum log dono baithne wale ho aur figure out karne wale business kya hone wale without even actually making a plan. So I said, yeah, I'm just going to figure it out. I'm going to wing it. Let me see. I feel like it's a calling, so I need to go there. The best that can happen is I'll fail. The worst that can happen is that I'll succeed. Either which way I win, right? So I told him, if I do something really bad, so I can always go back to my investment banking naukri, but itna experience leke main chala jaunga, to meko acha naukri mil jayega, right? So I was like, win or lose, I still win. Give me 4 years, let me go figure it out. In that 4 years, I figured it out. So I was very happy with that.
Since we are talking about income tax and income tax return, how important do you think it is for people to file ITR?
So, first of all, I think it's extremely important for you to file ITR even if you're not paying tax. So there are a lot of people who are like, you know what, I'm below the income tax bracket. Why should I file taxes? Nahi karna hai meko, right? I don't even want to disclose to the government. Now you think you're smart, but that's not correct. I'll tell you why. Even if you file your income taxes, whatever it is you need to pay and finish it off, the main reason is tomorrow when you grow up, right, and you go out to start taking money from the market, like you need to get a home, or you want just an EMI or some kind of a loan, or you want a credit card as well. That's why your credit score and your credit history plays a massive role. Now if you don't have credit history, right, and you have a very poor credit score, you're going to get the highest interest from the market as possible, and that highest interest is going to affect you only in the future, right? So it's always good to file your taxes, right? A lot of people also confuse filing taxes equal to paying taxes.
Yes.
That is a big problem.
What do you have to say about that?
So I'll tell you what, for salaried people, when you get your salary, your cash in hand is after deducting tax. It's called TDS. Right?
Wait, उसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं, तुम्हारा already कट चुका है यार.
Already cut चुका है. Starting में कट चुका है. I think all the salaried people know this and they understand this and they deeply feel for this. Because business guys will obviously make more money. But the salaried guys कट के आता है. That is what it is, right? So now you don't have to pay additional taxes unless and until you have additional income from, say, your house income or rental income. But if you don't, all you have to do is just file your taxes back to the government and say, boss, see, this is what I paid. This is my company's already paid this TDS. I'm just telling you this, right? And keeping it as a record of history. Because when you go for a loan tomorrow, they ask you 3 years ITR. Okay. And if you don't have a good ITR, which is a growing ITR, right, then you're in big trouble. Then they might not even give you a loan. So even if you're ready to buy a house, you can't get a house. So that is something that salaried people need to understand, that filing ITR is not paying taxes. So please understand it that way. But there are different ways to save it and optimize it. But you have to work double now to like save your money and grow your money, compared to a business guy who can show multiple ways to like reduce his taxes. So that is also there.
Okay, एक general sense में, what are few of the top ways to save income tax that is applied to anybody, no matter what they are working as?
Got it. So I'll tell you what, there is, first of all, the perception of income tax needs to change a lot in India, right? A lot of individuals think that income tax is there to screw them, and the government is going to take a lot of tax from you, and roads are not built. All these basic things they keep crying about. But there are so many rules in the income tax laws, in the sections, where the government is saying, please do this, we will give you this redemption back, right? We will deduct it from your income tax. Now, you have not read that. And then you say, okay, you know what, I need to hire a CA. Arey yaar, CA bhi 10,000 lega, 5,000 lega. So that procrastination kicks in there as well.
Yeah.
But all it takes for you to read it once, and you have to update yourself once a year when the budget comes out. That's all you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So one of the most important things, let me tell you, for a salaried employee. First thing, the government says there is a standard deduction of 50,000 rupees.
Yeah.
That means kuch bhi ho jaye, 50,000 we will cut from our side, maaf.
Okay.
Right? You don't have to do anything.
Huh.
So if you're making 10 lakhs a year, 50,000 is cut, your taxable income is now 9.5. That's how it is. Right?
Okay,
Example.
that's tip number one.
That's tip number one. It's a standard practice, right?
Okay.
Now, government is like, इतना हम लोग ने cut किया, अभी आपके ऊपर है. If you really want to save, you start saving.
Yeah.
Now we take advantage of different things, right? For
Yeah.
example, there is a section called ATC.
Yeah.
Okay, ATC is the most widely used in India right now, where it's all investments that are there under ATC, and the government says, Shashank, I want you to invest, so that when you invest, I will not take that money from you. I will cut it from your taxable income. This is your savings. That is why we come from a saving culture, and the Western countries are in a debt culture. So we are incentivized to save. Now what happens in ATC? There are multiple different things. There are things like Sukanya Samriddhi for women. There are ELSS funds if you want an equity exposure. There are so many things under ATC, right? The maximum you can get a deduction is up to 1.5 lakhs a year.
ATC के अंदर.
ATC के अंदर 1.5 lakhs is a significant amount
Yeah.
for anyone, right? That's almost a 10 to 15,000 per month SIP that you need to do into this, right? They have their own rules and regulations though, like this PPF and EPF and all that. They have some fixed lock-in periods. So for example, you can't remove it for 7 years, and then after that only some redemption. You can put it in pension plans, you can put it in this. But again, there are some things that you can remove earlier, like ELS is like 3 years redemption, others are slightly higher. But it's okay, 1.5 lakhs you get.
Okay.
Right, every year.
This is apart from PF?
This is apart, this is different. This is under ATC. This is something you have to do.
Okay,
PF,
cool.
your employer is doing your EPF for you,
हाँ,
right?
तो
One
वो
half
उसमें
is going
included
on.
नहीं है.
This is going as a separate thing, right?
Okay.
Now, up to 1.5 lakhs you get.
Yeah.
Now what happens is, out of 10 lakhs, you've removed 50k and you've removed 1.5 lakhs now. So 2 lakhs you've saved.
2 lakhs,
Great
yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then there is another thing called 80D. Okay, 80D is for insurances. Now, insurance is something people don't like as well.
Yeah.
Right? But this is for medical insurance. Life insurance comes under ATC. So even if you're paying that life insurance policy that your cousin, who is an agent now, has convinced you to buy a bad policy, you can claim it under ATC. Some benefit out of that. Okay? That is there. Now, under 80D, you can take medical insurance up to 25,000, which is again tax deductible by law.
Okay.
Right? So even if you go to a hospital tomorrow, nothing's going to happen to you. So buy a really good insurance that you feel. And it's not just for yourself. If you have parents that are above 60, you can buy insurance for them, and that goes up to 50,000 deduction.
Superb.
So maximum is 50, minimum is 25 for
So
an
it's
individual.
medical insurance for either yourself or your parents?
And your parents.
Okay.
Yeah. If you do it for your parents, you have 50,000. If you do it only for yourself, up to 25. You and your spouse also includes in that. If you're married, then up to 25,000 you can take medical insurance, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, right? So now automatically you have saved 1.5 plus 50 plus 25. All this is done basic stuff.
Okay.
बजाते रहो